You're going to sit in your seat just like so. I'm doing this from the side so you can see my spine move. Hands are on your lap. As you breathe in, go ahead and curl under into a C curve and then lift the chest, rocking forward and back through your pelvis, your spine, your head, and shoulders. Do a few more like this, allowing your spine to rock forward and back. Then you can bring the legs farther apart. Hands are on the inside of the knees to do a much larger motion. So you press the knees away as you lift the chest, and you pull them together as you curl back. We're inhaling to lift the chest, exhaling to pull it away. Trying to get the most range of motion out of every part of your spine and your hips. You can bring the legs closer together. Place your hands between the thighs and then roll down the spine to hopefully touch the floor. And then rolling back up. Trying to find space between each part of your vertebrae. Allowing gravity to just take the weight of your head and arms forward. And then stacking back upright. Now placing your hands on the floor, you can try to straighten the knees and then bend them. If this is too much for you, you can place your forearms on your thighs, like so, and press up that way. If that is still too much of a stretch for your hamstrings or your back, you can place your hands on your thighs. You don't have to have straight knees. This is just for a stretch. Next, swivel your body so that one leg is behind the other. You can either place your hand on the chair for a hamstring stretch here. Keep your hands down on the floor, or for even more, you can flex that front foot. Go ahead and switch to the other side, really squaring the hips off, stretching that front hamstring, either with your hand on the chair, hands on the floor, or with the toes lifted. We're now going to move into a deep lunge. You can use your chair to help you with the balance. Really thinking of squeezing your glutes to get a stretch through the front of the hip. You can twist the upper body as well, if that feels right to you. Go ahead and switch to the other side into a deep lunge. Again, getting a stretch through the front of the hip. And then twisting the upper body towards the ceiling. And then return to the center with the legs wide apart. Just bring both hands to one side for a side bend stretch. And then to the other side for a side bend stretch. Go ahead and roll up the spine to standing so we can move into a hip flexor stretch. Kneeling on one knee, you're tucking the pelvis under. And we're going to lean towards your bottom leg. You can also think of tucking the pelvis under and curling the spine forward. One stretch may feel better than the other today. And when you are ready, you can switch to the other side. Again, tucking the pelvis under and bending your body towards the bottom leg. Or making a deep C curve through your whole spine for a different kind of stretch. We're now going to extend the spine, so you can either do this sitting with the hands behind the head, using the back of the chair to help you extend backwards. Or you can do this standing with your hands behind your hips and think of bending your whole spine to the back of the room and then lift back up.